All right, I'm not sure actually if I'm gonna post this on YouTube or something. Try to get a couple of pictures and stuff, and probably make a video or something. So I haven't posted on YouTube in a while. Just editing's not my thing, I guess. But had to pull the engine, no compression and stuff. Funny thing, I was gonna pull the truck, and right the day before, that's when she quit running. So, like, well, I got a couple other things to do. So, gonna yank the engine out, and who knows what the hell the problem is so far. I think it might be a timing issue or something, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, pulled that out. But right now what I'm doing, actually, when you do that, when you pull the 6.0 out, so I find, because I've helped a buddy do that before. The first time I yanked those out, but I think it's just easier to leave the bottom part of the engine mount in and then unbolt it strictly on the steel mount connected to the engine. But one thing I noticed, not noticed, but like realized, is to split the torque converter on automatic transmission, which I believe it's a 5R100. Yes, there is an access port on the engine, but unless if you got like a mid-size socket for it, a deep socket won't fit because you're gonna hit the oil pan, and a short socket is too shallow. And even try to put an extension on a shallow socket, it didn't work. Try to fit a wrench inside, it's kind of tricky. What I figured out is you need to actually split the engine from the transmission on the bell housing bolt. You probably have like a 1/2 inch gap or maybe a little bit more. Then you undo the flex plate and torque converter nuts to it, and after that, that worked out fine. I'm doing it at home, so I can't pull the cab. Pull the bumper, the whole front clip, the whole shebang, pop the hood, and she's tight. She's tied. The turbo hits on there when you yank her out, but you just give her and then she pulls out without ripping anything else apart. And then since I'm here, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff like them transmission lines there. I think I'm gonna replace those because they're getting a little rusty and stuff and corroded. I'd rather do that than once I put the engine back in and then, oh shit, I need to replace tranny lines. So I do the best I can, I guess. If you guys got tips, I'm an open book. But the engine harness actually is not too bad to remove once you got the rad and the fan shroud out and stuff, because that gives you a lot of room. Like I said earlier, like you can remove those completely once you yank out the engine. I just like to do that, but now I need to remove it like this, but I kind of have a little bit more room, I find. But you know, everybody has their opinion. And then I'll remove that, push the truck away. Well, actually, no, strap down the tranny somehow, and then park the truck elsewhere because need a little bit more room in this driveway. And once you pull that out, you need to make a mount for it, because just a regular engine stand, yeah, they say universal with the adjustable brackets like this. That's not on a V-shape engine. It's not like, yeah, I tried, and the whole engine was like all tilted like this, and it wasn't really safe. So you need to make a mount. Mind you, my angle's not quite right, but the way it sits, like I probably have an inch higher on this side than that, so I'm fine with that. That doesn't matter, that's fine. So did that. No, you can't mount it at the back. Well, it depends what you do. Like, I'm gonna rebuild this and stud it. I got a updated oil cooler for it. I'm gonna delete it. This is a back cover actually, so you need to remove that. And I got it unbolted, but I think, like, she's starting to split at the seam, but I think I need to remove my high pressure oil pump in order to pop it out, because I think this kind of holds it into place. Like, it's not bolted on it, but I think to reduce stress on the back cover, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Take your bracket. It's easier if you remove your exhaust manifold. It's easier if you remove the exhaust manifold, because when you try to line it up, it's gonna hit. As of now, as it's bolted on, it's not hitting, but it's also easier to bolt those engine mount bolts back in. As you can tell, I had to shim it too with this bracket, because or else it would have hit, I'm not sure if you can tell, it would hit the engine, the block on this side. And another thing, so I removed my oil filter housing and fuel filter housing and the fuel lines and stuff, but to do that, my coolant pipe right here, just, like she sees down there, I could not get it to move. I tried prying it, but then it didn't do. Also, a little bit of frustration there got into the way, but now the fuel line's out, so I'm just gonna replace that. But I think this goes to either your EGR cooler. So if I can get a block off plate at there, I think might work, because I'm deleting it anyway. So we'll see. But after that, I think it'd be fucking golden. You know, I'm gonna stud it and check what else I need to do. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. I'd like rebuild. I'm going all out. There's no point doing a half-ass job for me, whether how long it takes or whatever. Like I got the edge now. I got a new car, so it's I gotta have a baby, so something more practical. Can't fit a car seat in this truck. The bench is too small. But yeah, I mean, it's a project. I'm not in a rush. I just rather go all out than doing only what it needs. Try to reduce all the 6-liter power stroke problems there. As you guys can tell, I did replace the IPR and the ICP because they were leaking, and this was leaking, and then it was you could still run, but it run like a bag of shit. And then my ICP was in oil, which I thought that would have been the main issue why this engine would have start. But no, that wasn't the case, because this is a Huey system, right? So hydraulically electronic unit injectors. So basically, I don't have a high pressure fuel pump. It's the oil, the high pressure oil pump actually that pushes the fuel through, and then your FICM that activates your injectors. I guess this is a quick run through of what's going on there, but yeah, I did the compression test. I think you're supposed to have like around 400 psi per cylinder, and I had, I think 180 or something, 195. This one I had 210 or something, and then 270 right here. When I did my compression test, yeah, reinstall that, and then this one went bloop bloop, see you later, bye-bye, and dropped in the head. It's actually right there. It's right there, but I wasn't able to get it once it was in the truck there. But yeah, probably post it list and see what's what there, what I did. The turbo's all good. It is leaking a little bit of oil, but I think that's borderline normal. But there's no play whatsoever. There's no like vertical play or radial play. There's no like transverse play. So that's all good. But if she's leaking a little bit of oil, I might put a few seals and stuff in it, or I don't know, rebuild it. We'll see. We'll see. I want to get rid of this intake manifold there. This 2003 engine in a 2004 F250, and the 2006 to 2007, they don't have the dinky bracket at the back, which is always in the way for all up on. But anyway, I'm going to, ideally, I'd like to remove that and put a stage 3 O-Dog intake manifold as I'm deleting the EGR cooler, and then the EGR valve, right? Huh, who needs that? So yeah, that's the plan, Stan. I'll catch you later, I guess. Till next time. So you guys take care. This is Rock'em Diesel again. Yeah, take care. See ya.